Hey guys, this is Tobiana with a little bit of an odd post for you guys. This is for one of my classes. It's a good book review for the book Faeries by Brian Froud and Alan Lee. I will include a link to purchase the book on Amazon as well as a link to Brian Froud's website to give proper credit for him. Of course, all artwork is done by Brian Froud, and I think the writing was Alan Lee's. So this is one of the first books that really brought me into the world of fantasy and reading and artwork, and my personal copy is all damaged, so I'll be using images from the internet. One thing that I really liked about his book was how he likes to play with proportions, like giving something this really big hand or a really big nose or an extra hand or what looks like a hand coming out of his tail. I don't know, this guy's super weird. I don't even know what he is, but he's cool looking. Then we go on to the Troe, which is a type of troll. It's a Scandinavian sort of creature, and I love this little guy kind of bouncing around on his tail is kind of what I pictured in my mind when I was a little kid reading this book. And he just loves to mess with the proportions. You've got this giant nose on this one dude, cow's feet on another girl, or I don't know, all kinds of things. Jenny Greenteeth, you see, has this giant mouth filled with teeth, and she's kind of this creepy fairy coming out of the depths to grab this kid's legs. I really like the kind of twisted nature of the more of like Grimm's fairy tales, stuff like that, which this book really kind of speaks to. Another one that I thought was super creepy that I loved was the Fuka, which is this fairy that can change into all these different creatures and likes to offer rides to travelers and then, drag them through the worst environments that it can find. And I just thought this picture of this creepy goat dude was really dark and cool. Just like the rest of his images. They've got so much personality, with these little tiny creepy fairies hiding under these toadstools and these gorgeous fairies with all the glows and stuff right next to something super ugly and creepy. Speaking of something ugly and creepy looking, we've got this little Eurus guy, and I love this fairy because he's kind of the opposite of what you think he's gonna be. You see this creepy little dude and you think that he's gonna be this villainous thing, but he's actually this shy little fairy that wants to hide from everybody, and I thought that was kind of a cool little trick, and also I've got to admire that watercolor. It's just beautiful. But I really liked that one. And then you have the Spriggans, which start out as these small little kind of cute dudes, and then they get really big and turn into these really scary thief guys that can protect themselves from anything. And then you have the red caps that have this tendency to dye their caps in the blood of their victims, so they've got to keep killing people to keep that bright red look. And then you'd have all these elaborate pictures of fairies with these descriptions, like you've got these fairies that love to dance, but then it's got this dark side to it where if you start to dance with them or you dig over their hills, they'll scoop you up and you'll either dance until you die or they take you off over this really terrifying trip over the landscape. And then, he'd turn around and give you something super cute like this little guy, which was incidentally not from that book, but it's from some of his other artwork. So now I'm going to hop over and just show you guys his website, give him proper credit. So this is the World of Froud, which is worldoffroud.com, and I'll provide that link underneath. On his website you can see, of course, the book Faeries, which I've showed for you guys, is up on here, although this is a collector's version of it. And you can see all of his different books on there. You've got fairy tales, trolls, good fairies, bad fairies, which is kind of a cool book because it's one direction is one book, the good fairies, and then you flip it over and it's the bad fairies, which is kind of a cool setup for it. And then the World of Fairies is just filled with so much gorgeous artwork. I definitely recommend it to anybody who has the chance to check out those books. And then, of course, anybody who saw the Labyrinth, that is his contribution, was he added to the concept work, and you can see him and his wife, I think, working on the puppets for the Dark Crystal, which he worked on with his wife, which is cool. So that's my good book review for the book Faeries. Thanks for watching, and I hope you guys have a great day.